If you are going to be doing something where weather is not the issue, I would say that you'd probably want to pull them away from the green screen a little bit so that you don't get shadows on the green screen. Weather, we need it. But for everything else, you probably want them to be kind of out this far. You can do a little more. It gets you away from the background. You can do a little more with the lights. We've got a red light in here. That's interesting.
A question.
Yeah.
About the weather map. Is it true that there's no actual map that they're pointing at?
That's true.
How do they
Well,
how do they know what they're
it's, they're good at it. They know that if they do this, they know they're standing out in the Pacific Ocean, and San Francisco's about here, and
the storm's coming down through there. And
Yeah,
they
yeah,
just kind of like
yeah.
wave their hands.
Well,
They're
you-
not watching like a mirror national image where they can kind of track this.
they can if they
can,
want.
okay, like
They
a
could.
prompter.
Yeah, we have it on the monitors. We have it on the front of the cameras, so they can see themselves. But mostly they're really good at what they do. They've memorized the temperatures. They know. They've built those those little flags that blow through and things like that. They've done all that, so they're very steeped in it.
So they're just pointing at nothing. They're pointing at the blank.
I'm sorry.
I was saying they don't have prompter, they're just going through each screen and
That's correct.
and basically explaining to you what they laid out.
Yeah.
They create their own graphics and they have a return monitor.
Yeah, there's those guys. If you need somebody to be impromptu and be able, they can talk until they're blue in the face, and they do a really good job. I think a lot of times they will go to a full screen of the map, and they'll have stuff on their computers down in the desk that that they'll talk about. We don't really have any kind of telestrator stuff. We're not doing any of that. But yeah, they're really good at what they do. They're good talkers. Yeah.
So how did that work during when they were from their home,
Yeah.
and then they didn't have the pointing at the green screen graphic kind of?
Well, okay. So Bill had a he had his we took over his family room.
I'm sorry, I remember you did say you backed up a green screen.
Yeah, we did have a green screen, and we had a monitor out in front. He would use his iPhone to kind of see what he was doing. Again, he knows, if I stand here, I'm in the water, so it's okay. And the only problems were when his daughters would jump on the internet, and everything would just, the thing would get real squirrely, and the picture would look terrible. But other than that, it was actually, we kind of pulled it off, which was kind of cool. What else? Questions?
Will you be demoing a green screen?
Well, yeah. What would you like to see on the green screen? What would you like? This obviously is the green, and I don't know if they have it on here. I could get their attention, or if somebody could run in there and just ask them if we could get the camera up.
It'd be cool to see what is looks
What it's
bad and then good.
Yeah.
Like when you were describing the shadow. And
Can you guys give us just a little bit more front light? And will the batten come down a little bit?
yeah, it would be cool to see.
I went to what was it? Warner Brothers Studio.
Yes.
And then they had a green screen demonstration, and so they had to sit on this thing, and the next thing you know, we're like in Harry Potter's world.
Yeah.
So that's pretty fun.
Flying through. Yeah.
Yeah, we want to pretend we're
You want to do that, huh? Okay.
Harry Potter's tour.
We'd love to get another.
Which battens did you refer to?
If you could lower this batten, and I suppose you could turn that soft light on.
That one?
That one, if it's possible. I want to take the mystery out of this, these green screens. I think, they've been around and a pain in our side for a long time.
Yeah, how long have they been around?
Well, I think the 70s. They were in the 70s for sure, and I think they were probably toying around with it. You got one more soft light you can pull in? Maybe not. And then we need somebody to stand in here.
That would not be me.
You want to do it?
Sure. You go.
Okay. You can pretend you're doing the weather. See, right now I've got two. Yeah, you can stand right here and do the weather. No, Bill and we have the tallest cast. Bill and Rose and they're 6'1" 6'5", you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Mark Tamayo is the only one who's not, but
Working the camera.
you didn't hear that from
Not
me.
actors.
Oh, no, they're not actors. No.
Who's working the camera?
The actors are all little.
Let me frame that up better.
Yes. We have chair. Sit my clothes. There it is.
Let's get focus. Okay. Normally, when we do, they're usually, some people, I don't know, do they, at 7, do you guys put green screen on the floor? Or they're not paying attention. Okay. Anyway, we do have actually green screen material. It's a flooring material. It's the same color as the green. And the reason we did that was because there's some software out there that will have things pop up in front of you, and they needed to have the green in front of them. We don't use it. it's pretty contrived. It's not a. All right. So say you're doing the weather and you're pointing to San Francisco. Okay. So.
Rain coming in today.
Yeah.
Very good.
You're gonna have to stand still with your arms up. There you go. Use your inside arm and just kind of point that way. Yeah, there you go.
There's the shadow.
Yeah, you see that shadow? And if we had any others that were flying around, obviously this would be green too. But this shadow is kind of the important one. If you have a double shadow, we'd have to fix that, and we're getting a double shadow off that other light. So I would stress that your soft lights are on the front, looking straight at them. That's where we need it the most. And I would probably bring the light up so that shadow is down behind her shoulder. That always looks a little better, and it gives you a nice, good clean green. And then they move around, so you kind of have to figure out, well, okay, so if they're going to move around, sometimes they come forward, which is fine, and the shadow will go away because it obviously drops, but it'll also go away in intensity, which is good. We got you guys running, huh? Okay. You know what? You could. What do we got? Is there soft light over here? No. That's. The other option is if you don't have a bunch of soft lights, you could use your Fresnel lights. You could put a lot of diffusion, like a 216, which is very heavy, and that will just create this nice kind of soft look too. And it's great on the person. You know, you're looking. You really are lighting your person. That's why I say I light the person and let the light on the background fall. Is she making faces back there? Oh, thumbs up.
So you want this one lowered and this one raised, right?
Please. And you could iris up the picture if you want to.
Oh, yeah, I think that's what they're. So 4 needs to be.
Could they lower that batten a little bit?
Lowered.
And then whoever irises the camera, we could bring up the camera. I knew you guys were going to need. Any other questions right now while we're waiting?
So you were talking about having, this is the trifold,
Yeah.
that crease,
let's
is
ass-
that going to show?
It will.
Okay, so like
That's-
if they've got a graphic behind, it's going to look all.
You'll have this wrinkle or something right there. That's why I say flat is great. I guess when I don't know exactly how they use this, but maybe they have two
Yeah,
chairs,
it might just be
somebody's
something.
across, yeah, that sort of thing. But we would like this one. Is that 5? Batten 5?
Yeah, 5 down.
I would like to bring that down a little bit.
Now we're going to see.
We're gonna see how the shadow disappears
Yeah.
when it comes down.
Let's go there. And then this guy here. Is that 4? Yeah, I can't tell what number it is, but yeah, go ahead and bring that down some.
You don't
That's
want
pretty good.
Any of these soft lights you said either. Right?
You know, they're not really aimed very well at this thing, and they create. What I'm trying to do is trying to get a nice green, and then if we could iris up the camera to take a look at her.
Okay, so for now that's okay.
That's good for now. Yeah, we'll just have to ignore the last half of that black.
Darker jeans or reading, everything
Everything is super dark.
super dark.
Yeah,
On
they're
the
gonna
clothing.
iris up.
That's the
Yeah,
That's the monitor or that's the camera?
I think it's that no signal is nice and bright, so I think it's just irising the camera. Normally, when we had our new set put in, I asked them about the chroma key before they, even brought anything into the stage, and they went and bought some fabric that was called Kelly Green, which worked. There we go. We're getting a little better. Maybe for the skin, Mark, if you can get the skin tone up to 70%. We're getting there. That's, yeah, yeah. Now, aside from that one wall, we want, a lot of times too, when you're doing this, you'll see like with your lights, you may get a kind of a halo and it drifts off here. You really want to work on those. And so, which is why when I light, I actually put the light out past the green screen so that you're getting a good majority of it hitting the very edges also. And you get a nice key.
We still have shadows, those aren't gonna go away with this lighting.
No, and they have on the tweaks that are inside the control room, they can actually negate the shadow if they want. They can take it out completely, and it looks a little weird. All of a sudden, you've lost your 3D-ness, and all of a sudden, you got this guy plastered on a map. Yeah, it's pretty flat. So we try and give as much sculpting in that area. If we had a backlight,
Behind her.
yeah, just behind her. So my chroma key is not that high, and we bring the lights just right, just kisses the hair.
So if that bar was behind it and
Yeah.
aimed behind her, it would
Yeah, that was one of the things I asked him. I said, you need to put the chroma key on this pipe because I have another pipe back behind to do lights. I have, in our stage, there's a scenic pipe, an electric pipe, a scenic pipe. It does that, and I just needed to make sure that this was on a scenic so I could use my electrics.
Are the lights on KTVU able to be raised and lowered electronically?
In the big stage, Studio A, yeah, we have a flying grid. The rest of the other stages it's a stationary grid. So if I need to move stuff up and down, I have pipes, extensions that I can put on them. But we haven't done news in there in probably 20 years or 15 years. When were you there last? Were we 2001? Were you still in Studio B? The smaller stage?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we've moved on. We're in the
Yeah,
big
yeah,
stage
the
now.
one with the
Yeah.
windows.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So, questions? I think you all are getting this, right? Yeah. It's yeah. Obviously, it's a you got to do this dance with video, with your cameras, with the lights, and so I'm constantly going back and forth. And once we're set, I don't have to play around with it unless something's burned out or that sort of a thing.
Okay, so you've got the light on her right in the shadows, and then your other monitor puts the map up behind her.
That's generated from inside the control room.
That's
Yeah,
your-
yeah.
that's your-
And there'll be a monitor off to the side here where they can see just their graphics, or they can see them in their graphics, so they can make the little adjustments. They could, yeah. The director can talk to them in the ear, but they tend not to because they're not on prompter. They don't let them. They don't want to ruin their what they're due. And then if you move across like to the center and just hold out your arms like a T, that's one of the things we do. We have a check, and you can see that that light is a little bit hotter on that side, and we would fix something like that. But once we'd fix it, it's there. It's good. It's good for the.
You have to fix it every single day?
No,
one time.
yeah, just one time.
And then just like stay set for every broad? Like,
Yes,
fix it once.
it's
You don't
so
have to fix it for each individual person?
no, it's just they'll look at them just for clothing.
Oh, each,
That's
so
yeah,
each day?
yeah. Each day they'll look at them prior to the thing, and we actually have a camera that is dedicated to the chroma key only, and because the engineers have shaded it a little bit so the green looks a little better, and it doesn't really match with the other cameras that are robotic running around the stage, so that keeps things pretty null, which is good. Getting tired? She loves it. Okay, that's good.
It's natural.
Keep it. And there you go. Yeah, there's a tsunami coming. Yeah. Hey, the other thing that's interesting is we have a lot of these, these big screens, the big projector screens, and they almost do what this does, aside from the little squares, that they punch out. The setup stairs that we do that looks out at the water, we have a 90-inch monitor that's huge that they stand and just do their weather. And no one has said they like one or the other. I think they're used to this and they don't mind the 90-inch. It's a big screen. It's a big one-screen television. Anyway, we're going to be, once we get into our remodel, everybody's going to be upstairs and all the guys are going to be on a monitor and not the green screen. And if there might be a point where they go, we want a green screen up here. That's going to be a fight because there's daylight that comes into those windows. There's reflections and all sorts of things. So that's going to be a chore. But we can do it. I mean, it's not that big a deal. So if you step out to the red line, we would probably, if she was doing something that was not weather related, we would probably light her out here. I would probably change so that shadow is not there. That might be the angle of the wall itself. But there you can light her out. You can put a nice backlight on her, and you can do a soft edge and things like that. And then she could do her stuff, and it'll key out real nice. Is there Mark or any of the guys? Is there any picture you guys could key in? Are we getting overtime, Daryl?
We've got about 3 minutes left.
Oh shoot! All right.
Now we want to see this.
Doggone it. Anyway, any last questions? I think everybody's getting it.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Did you ask about overtime for your union? Time for your break?
You mean for me? I'm a manager. I don't. I'm no longer in the union.
Here's your sweater.
Yeah. It's good. Yeah, you can come and sit down.
I did have one question.
Yes.
When you're looking this way, where is the center?
We have on the prompter will actually switch this monitor from from the letters to picture view, so you could look straight at yourself, which is kind of a nice, yeah. And then you'll see air down here too. So sometimes you'll catch them kind of looking. They kind of look at both things, but that's just another. It's a confidence thing. They can just look straight out instead of looking all around. Yeah. 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 Good job. Okay, so we're going to see green screens in everybody's studios now, right? Thanks again, you guys. Appreciate it.